find a way, you better do it soon. It's like the middle of May and you've only got till June. And if I'm forced to watch you touch the torch to that spoon even one more time, I swear to God, I'm gonna implode. The sky's too high to hold, too thick to pet. So fold up the 2 bits and hide them in your wallet, in your pocket full of trauma. And love notes you wrote to the angels gathered around the pole, crooning the stars strangled the band. Laid in a bed made from propaganda and roamed the avenues of humility. And I kept the toothbrush in the glove compartment next to the napkins. So when I'm finally privileged and touched with a permanent address, and I'll be relaxed after this gin and tonic, and I'll bless your track after the impact of a comet, and I'll pay the mortgage after I finish paying homage. I promise, consider it accomplished. For every cigarette.
Tell me that I'm not qualified to lend my voice to something so beautiful. Late night, awake with the stars. Stage fright, you came so far. No more wait, it's time to depart. See it on my face, feel it in my heart. Suitcase packed, put it in the car. Took one last look at the yard. Snow's gone, it's never growing back. Rolled on with the windows cracked. No sound, just the breath of the draft. Slow down, don't wreck, don't crash on a road vacant. No one to pass, but I'm so anxious, won't relax. Clear the path, these tears I have are 'cause I can't wait to hear you laugh. They tell me that I'm not qualified to lend my voice to something so beautiful.
There he goes, tonight's man, the one who's putting God's smile back upon my hands. The plan this evening is hiding behind leaves and brush. Quiet the breathe and hush. Wait for the right time to rush. Grab your man by the forehead, slip the device across his throat. I hold him tight while he chokes. 8, 9, count to 10. Drop the body, rip the pockets. Come ups, cash and plastic wrapped rockets. Hey, mister, you think that you're the shit, but you look really funny when you felt your tendon rip. There's a thin line between fire and fear. Hey, mister, never should've set your shop up here. 'Cause I've been thumping chumps that push dumps to zombie tree stumps. Big man on the avenue becomes mommy's little speed bump. And this punk was easy, musta hated spinach. And the pigs all smile, they never liked it to begin with. Ain't trying to be the man no more, 'cause I'm a man now. I'm about to take your crew to war. I got a plan now, I'm used to blood and death. Outgrew the gut wrench, so tell the devil I said fuck him when he finds you on the bus bench.
Never would you show, could I have leave? 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 Never
Advanced copy.
She say that she still wants a friendship. She can't live her life without me as a friend. I can't figure out why I'd give a damn to what she wants. I don't understand the now before the then. Most of this garbage I write that these people seem to like is about you and how I let you infect my life. And if they got to know you, I doubt that they would see it. They'd wonder what I showed you, how you could leave it. A friend in Chicago said that I should stay persistent. If I stay around, I'm bound to break resistance. Fuck you, Lucy, for defining my existence. Fuck you and your differences. Ever since I was a young lad with a part-time dad, it was hard to find happiness inside of what I had. I
studied my mother, I digested her pain, and vowed no woman on my path would have to walk the same. Travel like sound across the fate ladder. I travel with spoon to mix this cake batter, and I travel with feel so I can deal with touch. It's like that, thank you very much, fuck you very much. Yes it is, and everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. And everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Fuck the what happened, I got stuck. They can peel pieces of me off the grill of her truck. Used to walk with luck, used to hold her hand. Fell behind to play the role of a slower man. I wanna stand on top of this mountain and yell. I wanna wake up and break up this lake of hell. I feel like a bitch for letting the sheets twist me up. The last starfighter is wounded, time to give it up. On a pick it up mission, kept it bitter. Getting in a million memories just to forget her. The difficulty in keeping emotions controlled. Cookies for the road, took me by the soul. Hunger for the drama, hunger for the nurture. Gonna take it further. The hurt feels like murder. Interpret the eyes, read the lines on her face. The sunshine is fake, how much time did I waste? Fuck you, Lucy, for leaving me. Fuck you, Lucy, for not needing me. I wanna say fuck you, because I still love you. No, I'm not okay, and I don't know what to do.
Advanced copy.
Yes, it is. And everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. And everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love. Everyone in his life would mistake it as love.
As I walk through this cluster of people that I look upon as buster, I continue to keep one of my feet in this gutter. Maybe that's my way of putting the day in place. Ain't too much okay, you can tell by how I wear this face. But don't you worry, this is my journey. Fellas, keep your fists up, women keep it dirty. Fly little birdie as I walk through this puzzle, putting it together, making sure the laugh stays muffled. They congregated on the corner of the block, trying to come up with a plan so they could close down the shop. Unsuccessfully, all attempts of pressing weed, testing weed, bringing we one closer to the destiny. Yes, it be the fool that burnt down the school, trying to turn around the frown and make everything seem cool. Sitting on my stool, showing off my muscles, caught between a chuckle and a fuck you and I love you. They buckle and bend when I start up the binge. The structure can't handle the whole weight. They struggle cause their pride won't let them give in, so I'ma let them cuddle with their own self-hate.
Come on and mash that joint into a telephone pole. Catch that beam, let it caress the soul. She don't eat meat, he don't need love. They won't see free, they caught a bad dub. I walk down the street in search of a home, a virtual me inside my headphones. Way too buzzed and the ride's too rough. Can't read what I wrote last night on the bus.
In tomorrow I see no promise, and yesterday was like today.
Woke up, got up, near 11 o'clock, butt naked except I was wearing my socks. And that's cool, cause most of the time this floor is cold. Stand up and stretch, look around this mess. My place has been a cave since she left me. Make my way to the kitchen, start the coffee. Then dip to the bathroom, begin the triple S and wash the previous evening off me. Now out the shower, get dry, shove a Q-tip in my ear. Well, what do we have here? It appears as if a piece of me has got motivation. Ain't nothing wrong with a little morning masturbation. Fresh, dressed like 50 cents, clean and awake, now I'm ready to commence. Spark up the caffeine and nicotine binge, and that's pretty much the pattern of how the day begins. And I write for an hour, maybe half hour more. Then I put on my shoes and grab my key for the door. Put my headphones on for this world I ignore. Trek down the street towards the record store. Hey bro, how you doing? Anything new today? Nah man, how you been? It's the same old same again. Well then, I'll be be gone, friend, I see you around. And I'm out, destination uptown. In the summertime, the women wear a lot of skin. And if I sit in one spot, I can take them all in. Sometimes I even talk to see if I can make one grin. And if not, it's cool, I ain't gonna take it personal. It's cool. From Ann Landers to Annie to Franco to Orphan Annie, I love all women, but most of them just can't stand me. I don't know, maybe it's my hair or my clothes. Or maybe she noticed that you was digging in your nose. Either way, it's okay, I wasn't trying to get laid. I just wanted to say, I hope you have a great day. And then she stopped with a smile that began to blush. Here, take my number, call me up, I come over and make you lunch. I got up and headed down towards the bookstore to check the titles that my man Michael's got me looking for. My visit was short, cause I just couldn't feel that cat behind the counter acting like I'm here to steal. So I dipped back out into a cloud of tattoos, pierced body parts and colorful hairdos. And I questioned, did Babylon resemble this? Are we getting any closer to the end of the list? A sensuous kiss placed on apocalypse. We teach them how to make a fist but not to resist. And I'm wondering, how do we find this position? The people are people and I still love them, especially the women. Onwards to the coffee shop, maybe muddies for a refill. And some sociological studies see the junkies while they coexist with the sobers. All the bugging of eyeballs, the shrugging of shoulders. And that's when I saw her sipping the water. I wanna kiss her mom just for having this daughter. Excuse me, miss, I don't mean to come across strong, but I've been waiting a while and you've been taking too long. And she smiled and I began to blush. She asked if I'd like to go to the bathroom and make some love. And I got visions of us and the mirror getting steamed. And that's the very moment I woke up from the dream. Woke up, got up, near 11 o'clock, butt naked except I was wearing my socks. And that's cool, cause most of the time this floor is cold. Stand up and stretch and look for my soul.
In tomorrow I see no promise, and yesterday was like today. In tomorrow I see no promise, and yesterday was like today.
I think her ponytail's a little too tight, cause she's alone walking with me in this moonlight. Tonight, she fits in my palm. The storm isn't anywhere close to calm. Look, I've gone and captured a mortal. Put my face to hers, clutched her by the torso. And when the lips touched, I inhaled. Didn't matter that she hadn't been kissed much. It's such a shame, some have a name, and everyone becomes the same. Can't help but adore each one. He's torn from the pores of the face of the earth's core. This one's more difficult than the last one. This one had an open window, she could ask him if someday he'll be the one to come and save her. Take her away before she takes her away.
my continent.
As far back as he cares to remember, he used to see his old man lose the temper. And mama's pretty face to catch it all. On a regular basis the nest would fall. But he was always safe from dad's rage, 'cause mama sacrificed in his place 24 years of the blood, sweat, tears. Avoid the mirror, losing her hair from the fear. She never left him, stayed inside. He beat her ass up until the day that he died. In fact, the biggest beating was the day that he died, 'cause now it's too late for her to make a new life. She gets to mourn for the touch of a punch. Won't ever admit that she ain't clutching it much. Someday she'll die, it still won't be done. The anger lives on through their son. 'Cause he caught it all. A childhood of watching Ma and Pa get raw. It's too bad for him, nah, that's half the truth. 'Cause you back with him now and he's smacking you. What happened to you? You don't have a clue. Did your mama used to suffer accidents too? I never knew that you would stand for abuse. I guess I just assumed that you would pack up and move. Think about when you left him last time. Said out loud you'd never forgive past crime. Sunglasses, so dark. Scarf around the neck to cover the choke marks. And since you gotta justify returning, you convinced yourself that he's just a hurt person. You wanna blame that cross he bears, but his pop's not there when he tosses you downstairs.
Down at Dream Girls, easily one of my least favorite basements in this free world. I told her I worked in a record store and lived uptown in a duplex on the second floor. She was 5'8", character traits less filling, tastes great with a look that could cook your steak. Ass cheeks and a back piece. Voice was pissy and raspy, but the whiskey seemed to make her happy. Borderline obnoxious. A lot of fun to watch the stars shoot hard, far, and uncautious. Hobbies included music, coke, and sex. Hit the juice, hold the breath, guess she doesn't know the latch. Oh yeah, chicken. Excuse me, Mrs. Waitress, can I order some more liquids? 'Cause I'm sick with these words that puppeteer the smile. Dialogue is the whip I steer up into her now, like living in the full. And she knows what the time is, giving it your all. If not, she'll come up mine is. Hit her with it loud. Is it real enough, your highness? Rhythm of the night. All about sex and violence, living in the full. And she knows what the time is, giving it your all. If not, she'll come up mine is. Hit him with it loud. Is it real enough, your highness? Rhythm of the night. All about sex and violence. Traveling a missile, weaving through your cornfields, leaving behind the trail of amateur porn and orange peels. Navigating through this basement, the masquerades as a nation, practicing my acetate masturbation, watching the expressions on the faces of the ones designated to be the queens, kings, and aces. How many miles can you put on one soul before the smile starts to blend into one big bullet hole?
Through it as a unit with the best of my crew, bumping melodies and memories too. My head's killing me, ooh, stomach empty, my bladder is full. 2-year-old son on Jaybird phone crying, you're missing me. And I'm starving, I'll bite your arm off. Saber-toothed tiger run the night with the sharp claws. In your backyard just to fuck with your guard dog. Throw a brick through your shit, come cut the alarm off.
Hey, how you doing? Ain't seen you in a long time. Is everything all fine? Doing your best? I'm glad to hear it. It's all progress, yeah, that's the spirit. Look at you, you look great. It seems like you kept yourself in good shape. You stopped drinking, huh? Congratulations. You back at school too? That's fascinating. So what you doing nowadays? You living here again or just visiting for the holidays? Yeah, how's your family? How's your mommy and daddy? They living happily? So tell me all about LA, huh? You don't live in LA. Hold up, wait. Chicago, how's Chicago? What? No. Well, where you living then? Oh, my fault. Please forgive me. Bad memories. So how's the big city? You paying dues? You're making moves? Yeah, I always knew someday you'd break through. You forever been a go-getter, and I won't forget that. Bet that I'll remember. I never told you this, but I wish you the best success and all that other shit.
Atmosphere. And maybe you don't like us, but of all the stars in the sky, believe we're one of the brightest. My life is as rife as your favorite rap record, and I'm possessed with that insight that enables me to laugh better. From the last letter back to the eighth, I'm around my way, out of the wrapping paper without the fucking holiday. Can't never be captured, they can toy with my shell, but only after they walk them out backwards through B-boy hell. From here on out, the sun rises at 12:30 and didn't quit pressing till the whole effing room heard me. Soon the birdie will fly, with or without the wings, as straight as the equator, as nosy as the owl sings. Let the poppers pop, let the breakers break, make the DJs and the assholes and all the rappers snakes. And most draft writers are weirdos nowadays, so I hang out with myself and a rafter and a belt. Every chapter that I happen to skim appears as if it must have been written by me or the Brothers Grimm. And the moral to the story comes equipped with a sting. Once again, I'm picked for the wrong fucking team.
Color paint gonna cover the stains. The pictures on the wall will all remain. And even though he's home now, sound is safe, surrounded by the faces that he places faith. The images visit from the past he witnessed. Can't stay away from the memory. Sticks with each detail embedded in stone, like he chisels those convictions into his bones. The progress stops and pauses, spits and sputters like the basement faucet, and it's obvious he's lost in his regrets. You can smell it on his breath.
I love this fucking country. And she loved me more than I could imagine, so I waited till she slept and I stepped in the trap. I love this fucking country. And she loved me more than I could imagine, so I waited till she slept and I stepped in the trap. Ran away from the backyard to drift some more. Woke up in Texas next to a liquor store with a woman who don't even drink alcohol. Big letters, irony tagged on the wall. She was named for another flatland. We had a strong back then. In common, we had a bond that would never see the break of dawn. Too damn afraid of the queen trying to take the pawn. Threw that away, yes, headed out west. And got undressed with the nurture that she gave me, made me trip and get obsessed. There was a lady in Los Angeles that handled this the way the menu will suggest. She turned me on to music that I never heard before. She told me stories from a cup I haven't learned to pour. And I don't know what hurt it more, professional journals or perpetual burn holes scarring up the dirty floor. Peace, found a hollow hole in the Colorado snow. It's like I follow anywhere that El Diablo go. Took a stroll with the feline. It sat silent while the snowflakes fell into the D-sign. Can't let her dance up on the top floor. Been there, done that. What do you think it's locked for? I've lost more to my traveling soul than I care to talk about. So I'll be out, I'll be on the road. Down, down, down in Gainesville. No stranger to shame, cold train and pain pills. Sometimes the ceiling's too easy to stare at, but it keeps me from a forest full of snare taps and bear traps. And it can't come clean without the sunbeams, and it ain't complete without the drum beats. And I can tell she don't want me as is. Time to climb back into the van to make the bag stiff. I had to add one more story to the infinite, already interwoven through a New York cigarette. Ex-lover and a best lover and an ex-friend open for alcoholic sentimentalism and the rhythm of religion on the PA. Make the people here say, God bless the DJ. She stays to wait for a replay while I wonder if I'll be able to hear it from the freeway. Chicago inside of an empty bottle. There's a thin line between gossip and gospel. And there's a house over there near Wicker Park where I found out Smart was afraid of the dark. Had to break a heart just to help me heal up. Tie a knot in the stomach just to help me seal up. And make sure the demons stay beneath the core. Pray for you and yours and whoever you believe in more. Look around you, there's angels amongst us. Look around you, there's angels amongst us. Sitting in the rain at some sidewalk cafe. Half of a wet cigarette in the ash. Just trying to find a lost soul to save. And I'm a lost soul trying to find a road that's paved. Keep faith in my suitcase, pack my beliefs. Angels exist, I've even seen some sleep.
No, this kind of, yeah. No, this kind of, yeah. No, this kind of, yeah. No, this kind of,
Hey, yo, mom, people are starting to support the music. The self-esteem getting a little boosted. Me and Derek, we made a record. A lot of our friends bought it. RSC, we built a label and heads caught it. Yo, mom, I'm grinning, but most of the time it's fake. Too much on my head, it makes the thoughts ache. For God's sake, Sean, take a capsule, painkiller, Advil. Tame your bad self, quit being an asshole. Hey, moms, I could use just a few more hours of sleep. I think I need to push snooze. There's no way I can lose, cause it's not a game. I'm confident, no matter where I land, it's all the same, it's all insane. And I'm beginning to adapt, stepping around the potholes, time bombs and mouse traps. And when I fall flat, I'll smile. I gotta go, I'll call you back. I'm teaching Jacob how to freestyle.
no, this kind of,
Job after blow to the self-value. He doesn't get along with powerful people. No. The mind is a box kept locked. Inside is the pride and the ego, and he can't find the keyhole. Compensates with alcohol and hate, and contemplates whether or not he wants to be awake. Bounce around the words, all the nouns and verbs, but better late than never doesn't work for work. Can't hold employment, can't hold a girl, but he can hold a weapon and keep this whole world stepping. Yeah. Another angry, arrogant American, one frustrated step away from where you stand. Put your hands up for fear of fear itself, or write it off as balance is in check, or take the sign out the window and change it to say you want to help, and maybe we can talk him into walking up these steps.
Well, before I henceforth use common sense and don't bring your ass up north. Built a tall fence so high you can't see end. Tilt your defense, bitch, you ain't hard, you just pretend. The force much too big so you can never conquer. Fuck you up, kid, dick. Then once more for the encore. I'm much more MC than you could ever fucking be. And you thought it was you, but I control your destiny.
Hi, my name is Sean Daly, and you might know me from such films as I Can't Sing, but neither can you.
Yeah. What are you looking at? Don't look at me. Don't talk to me. Oh, you rap too? I should have known. I can tell. Nah, it's in your eyes. Just cause you're an MC doesn't mean that you get to be an asshole. Just cause you're a man doesn't mean you get to act like a bitch. Stand over here, do a favor, use your head to hold this apple. And I'm a 20K aiming shots, swear to God I won't miss. Been around the world without moving, and I've met a lot of people. And they all change, only change change is the date. This aim and respect a little money. Won't you help me build my ego? We're thinking any time to think about how it might affect fate. Checkmate. It's time a lay just to find that there ain't no place to lay down. Lay down. And we waited all night for the light, but the door never broke. And if we let this song play, we can lead all the children to the lake now. Because it seems as if most would rather choose to sit back and let them show. Don't show. Just cause you're an MC doesn't mean that you get to be an asshole. Just cause you're a man doesn't mean you get to act like a bitch. You can stand over here, do a favor, use your head to hold this apple. And I'm a 20-pace steak, aiming shots, swear to God I won't miss. I don't miss. From the fifth floor, I schedule my meeting with the moon. Stress, let it go so it don't completely consume. When the vegetables bite back and the grass starts to sting, I yell up to heaven to get me the hell out of this dream. I fell out of my stream of self-consciousness, and I got welts on my mind to signify all my accomplishments. No matter whose math you use to count the dead, progress will never rest in the hand that has no head. Brought my brain a cane and asked it to be my pimp, you know, to make sure I don't get stuck up in my fuck-ups. A little over-anxious I was to bust nuts and find the answers, making love out of a canvas full of touch-ups. I dip my brush into the what I've wept for and wonder out loud as I can how long I've slept for. I should rob a pet store, let the dogs wild. I should close all the schools just to make the kids smile. Seize the limit, let the sky be the moment. Put the key to the ignition, I'ma ride these donuts. And when it breaks, lock the door, walk away. Won't be nothing else to talk about, nothing else to say.
Went from the paper mate to the spray paint, and all the way back to the paper mate. Brought through the fake. Excuse me. Went from the paper mate to the spray paint, brought it all the way back to the paper mate. It's for buying the tape. Excuse me, my friend. But is that your pen? Is it cool? Use it to duel with my skeletons? Is it for me to use it to prosecute these people? Is it for resident ego? I use a ballpoint just to make my points. Of these mechanical joints, anything like points. Old-fashioned number 2 when I need that shit steady. But that's assuming I ain't chewed off the eraser already. If I touch a felt it. Believe I'm about to make hell flip. Computer friendly only cause that deadly bitch spell scribble for the you, the me, the she, and the politicians. Aerosol to the wall, write it all for all the vision. Yo, he wrote it in jail, she wrote it in braille. I wrote that shit, named it, recorded it. I got one for sale, and if I truly feel I've got something to show ya, I pull out a blank sheet of loose leaf and draw it out in Crayola. I've grown to keep an extra utensil in my sock, and I've been known to mark it on the sidewalk with chalk. Most times I write with a pen, sometimes I write with a buzz. And if I ever go gold, I must have wrote that shit in blood. And if I ever go gold, I must have wrote that shit with blood. And if I ever go gold, I must have wrote that shit with blood. When I first landed, the damage was outlandish. Anguish, anxiousness, and taking it for granted. But when I first landed, I was so relieved I lost my focus. Soon exceeded recommended dosages. Now I hold the grip that holds the soul, that holds the quote skills exclusive. It leaves illusions of unfocused flows. I don't suppose you're taking too much time, breaking too much mud, trying to unravel the babble that dismantled them. When I first landed, the damage was outlandish. Anguish, anxiousness, and taking it for granted. But when I first landed, I was so relieved I lost my focus. Soon exceeded recommended dosages. Now I hold the grip that holds the soul, that holds the quote skills exclusive. It leaves illusions of unfocused flows. I don't suppose you're taking too much time, breaking too much mud, trying to unravel the babble that dismantled the babble that dismantled.